Hey YouTube, it is Nicole once again, and welcome to Nicole's View. So, I want to speak on this briefly. I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of these, super duper pro loving animal folks who go out here, and whether they're with PETA, whether they're with, being against, fur being on clothing and fur being used from animals, and, these people, they follow the famous people, the celebrities, well known, blah, blah, blah. And they try any way they can to humiliate them and embarrass them and guilt them into, not wearing fur, leather, whatever. And they take these crazy extremes, and we've seen them before. I remember back in the day, they used to like throw fake blood on people. They used to do that crap, but then I think they dialed back because they were going to get like seriously killed doing that to the wrong person. But apparently, these anti fur protesters, they're back on the loose. They're getting serious. They did this to Kelly Rowland in New Jersey not too long ago. She was at a book signing up here, and they crashed her book signing. And it seemed like it took forever for the security to get them out. And then I seen this on B. Scott's page, and so far I've only seen him talk about it. Maybe others have, but I haven't seen it. I go on his page, and they've done it to Patti LaBelle. They did it to her on Tuesday in New York at a Barnes&Nobel's. And it's just like, wait a minute. They got to know that these groups are out there. They got to know that they scout out places, they know the celebrities who have worn fur or whatnot, and they got to know that these folks are out here doing this. And for me, some people may say, well, why is it such a concern? And let me first say that, yes, I understand that people love their animals, they have their passion, what they believe in and whatnot. But I feel like ambushing someone like that, to me, is just dangerous. You don't know what that person may have on them, or vice versa. I think it is ridiculous. I think it's stupid. And if you're going to do something like that, why don't you just keep it outside the store? But we know that they want to try to get in as close as possible. So they use tactics pretending that they're fans of whoever the person is that's visiting for the day. And then they, switch it up, and all of a sudden, they're protesting whatever. And so TMZ, who, by the way, I hate with a passion. I think they are just disgusting. I think they're gutter trash. But unfortunately, they seem to be everywhere where something happens. Now, isn't that quite odd? And so someone filmed them getting the protesters, they got the protesters like right on film, as if like they possibly knew. Yeah, they were tipped off. I mean, come on. The video was just too perfectly right on the spot. They get these folks. And I'm like, okay, we know what's up. We know they tipped you guys off, and that's why you went there. Pretending, oh wow, pretending to be a fan, but you were really a poser, starting crap. And trust me, I guarantee you TMZ had a hand in this too. So I'm not going to play the video because it will put a copyright strike on my channel, and TMZ is not worth it. So I'll leave the link for you guys to check it out. And it's so ridiculous, but this is what B. Scott said. Anti-fur protesters gave Patti LaBelle a surprise performance when they crashed her book signing in NYC on Tuesday, via TMZ. Ugh. Patti was signing copies of Desserts LaBelle at Barnes&Noble Tuesday in NYC. The protesters tucked in close with her, posing as fans who wanted a pic, and then suddenly whipped their signs out and started chanting, "Patti LaBelle has blood on her hands." It's similar to what happened to Kelly Rowland in New Jersey earlier this month, and to Kylie, I'm guessing Jenner, last weekend in Las Vegas. The protesters were eventually kicked out of Barnes& Noble. And it just made me mad when I looked at the video. One of the things I noticed was this loser Sambo Coon, who probably thinks he's white, but they probably wouldn't be protesting if he was shot down by a cop somewhere. You know how they get down. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, why is Barnes& and Noble security being so just lax about this? And it looks like Patti LaBelle's security guards are kind of caught off guard, but they're getting them out. But to me, it just seems so, okay, come on, guys, time to go, blah, blah, blah. And we know people are hit with protesters everywhere they go. But when it comes to these groups like this, these, passionate animal, activists, whatever you want to call them, to me, I feel like that passion can turn really twisted and sick. And I feel like people need to keep an eye on these folks because I feel like all it does, it just takes one person to take it a step too far. You know what I'm saying? And for me, they need to rein in these folks. Barnes and Nobles and other bookstores like it, and any type of venue that are holding book signings or whatever, celebrity meet and greets, regular, folks who may be, known locally, whatever. They need to get a tight grip on this kind of stuff because it's dangerous. I don't like the fact that they're even that close to her. I think stuff like this, like you guys can go back to my video I did about the Jackson family and Janet's separation from her husband. I met Jermaine Jackson probably at the same bookstore that Kelly Rowland was in up here in New Jersey. I can't remember where she was. I think it was Ridgewood, New Jersey. I think that bookstore is up at, and it has a lot of famous folks who go up there and they sign their books. And so even when I met Jermaine a few years back and he had a book out, there was like a big table and you could kind of lean over and take a picture, but that was about it. And then I look at this where Patty's at here in New York, and literally you can stand shoulder to shoulder with her. I think right there alone, the security detail is garbage. I don't like that. There should be some type of something blocking between the fans and whoever it is. And maybe Patty felt like, felt comfortable enough to have folks or her fans close to her like that. But to me, that right there, no, I don't like that. There should have been something blocking, a table or something, a gate. It should have been one person at a time. Like when I met Jermaine, that's exactly how they had it. They didn't have it where you could have a group of people right shoulder to shoulder with someone. I think that is dangerous. That is dangerous, and you're inviting something to happen. Granted, she had her personal security guard around her, but to me, I just don't like it. I think that's too close for comfort, and they need to get serious about this because any one of them could have had something small on them. They didn't have to have a gun on them, and I'm sure they're checked. They go through maybe some type of security gate or whatever, or metal detector. But the fact that they can just be that close and they're this passionate about what they believe in and they're yelling at the top of their lungs, that Patti LaBelle has blood on her hands. You guys see the video. It's just ridiculous. It just like really, you come across like a bunch of fanatical creeps and no one will take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? They need to have better ways of reaching out to folks. If they're that passionate about their animals and how they're treated, then you need to come up with better ways, because this is stupid to me. No one's going to listen to you. You're just going to look like a bunch of weirdo creeps. It's like, do something better. Why don't you try going through the government, doing it that way instead of, running into these stores doing this? I know they're trying to get attention, but you're only getting laughed at by a lot of people and they think you're crazy. So to me, I've never understood it, or even if you're going to protest, do it outside the damn bookstore. But they know nobody will really care. So they got to get the attention. So yeah, but regardless of how you may feel about Patti LaBelle or any other of these well-known people, celebrities and whatnot, this should still make you nervous. And to me, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, I wish I could play the video, but TMZ, they're gutter garbage and they'll copyright my channel and they're not worth it. So I'll definitely leave the link in the description box. And if I don't, remind me. So it's getting late here and I'm going to head to bed. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.